Oh, hey everybody, Justin, the Happy Medic here. Sorry, just updating my Twitter on my iPhone. Everybody tells me I'm on the iPhone too much, but I like my iPhone. Never had one before. Anyway, it's the end of Mark's first day on the ambulance, and he's been trying out a lot of the new equipment that we have that he doesn't, most notably, the spit sock.
Hey!
Yeah, for patients that are trying to get a little too friendly with you. See?
Hey!
Nothing at all. Amazing technology, spit sock, so simple. But Mark, you're going to have to take that home. And,
yeah, I think Sandra will like this one as well.
I think Sandra's going to love it. And Ted, just so you know, there's no height above us.
Maybe if
there's no white space.
There.
Ted was giving us some crap. I'll say crap. Yeah, Ted was giving us some crap about our camera abilities. But
that's not what we're paid to do, though.
Yeah,
we're paid to save lives and break hearts.
We're the cast. He's the crew. We're not expected to know how to use the camera, but enough about that. Your thoughts on day one on American Ambulance?
Interesting day. Decent variety of jobs.
We had a good variety today. Yeah.
So the most overriding view is just exactly the same type of patients that I have. Exactly the same type of paramedic way of being, the way we talk to patients. It's just the same, just different country.
Yeah.
Couple of various things that I did see that was different. I think the most noticeable one was a patient that we had where Justin had to look after her and had to take her to hospital, where if it was in my country she absolutely definitely wouldn't have gone to hospital.
Yeah,
but there's nothing you could do about that.
Having the hands tied, and she was in a place where the people didn't want her there for reasons we can't go into, but yeah, Mark would have left her there appropriately, and I was required to transport her to an overcrowded emergency room.
Yeah.
And in my system, that's appropriate. We also had our second call of the day, the gentleman that we met, that really opened your eyes. And
I mean, everyone who knows me at home knows I'm a real soft person. I blow at telly, you know, the slightest thing upsets us anyway. But this guy, he was a lovely elderly gentleman. Obviously has a lot of very chronic problems. Doesn't live in the best possible way.
No.
But he's never been to the hospital, never seen a doctor before, possibly because of costs and insurance and such like.
He's in his early 80s and no longer had the money to stay in his place of residence. He was now living in his place of business.
Yeah. And we got him out, and it was just normal assessment that you were doing in the back of the ambulance, and at one point he just stopped and he just looked and he said, you know, so how much is this going to cost me if you take me to the hospital? And it was a real shocking moment for us. It shouldn't have been.
I get that question all the time, so I didn't even notice it. It was the look on Mark's face when the gentleman said it that really caught me off, and then I think the rest of the call and even after that you were just very surprised that even came up.
I think it's something that I was expecting. I wasn't expecting to feel the way I did, and that it really did upset us. Afterwards we were talking to Ted, and Ted put someone on Flickr saying how I was crying about it, and I wasn't. There was just something in the corner of my eye.
Oh, I think that was me that tweeted that.
But it was just, it was shocking. It's something that we never have to think about, and I always knew it was going to be that way over here, because that's the way it is, and you obviously don't bat an eyelid because you hear it every day.
Yeah.
But it just seemed so wrong that someone hasn't had healthcare that they needed, that they've chosen not to have it because they haven't had the money for the insurance or whatever, and it was a hard moment, something that I knew was going to happen, but I didn't expect it to affect me how it did. It was shocking.
It's hard for us to draw that conclusion just based on the short time we knew this gentleman, but having done this the amount of time that we're doing, I think that was definitely one of the motivators, is he doesn't have access to healthcare because he can't afford it. And yeah, chances are he won't have a place to live by the time he gets out of the emergency room, so in the end, you know, we were really the only care he had.
So did we do him a favour by taking him to hospital?
We'll never know.
Yeah.
We'll never know. We really will never know.
So that was one of the dilemmas of the day anyway.
Yeah, Ted Setla is getting some amazing footage for Chronicles of EMS.
Justin had to go up being the cameraman today.
I worked the camera, and darn it, I don't know what I'm doing with a camera.
No, but I really don't. Hopefully he's going to be putting that up at chroniclesofems.com. He wanted to, well, we thought it was about time he did a bit to camera. So he's talked about the motivation for why he's getting involved and why he's doing what he did. Yeah, and it was perfectly framed.
Feel free to leave comments about how my camera skills are vastly superior to anything you've seen. Yeah. Even though I didn't even know what button to push. These cameras that he's using are some high-end, fancy is the word I would use?
Oh, yes.
Fancy cameras, and we've had 2 cameramen in the back of the ambulance, so if you do the math, with a patient, with an EMT driver. Real quick, Jim Novello from San Francisco Fire, Jim Novello Jr., our EMT today. Thank you very much for showing us around and taking us a little bit out of the way. And
who has an encyclopedic knowledge of every eatery place in the
guy
whole of
is
San
amazing,
Francisco.
and he's going to get mad at me if I don't get the name of the site right, or the app. It's Yelp.
Yelp.com.
He knows everything in the city because of Yelp. And he was on that most of the day, but he was having fun taking some photographs of us and all the production crew, and he was very receptive to having this thrown at him 5 minutes until the beginning of shift.
Yeah.
That oh, by the way, you're with Justin and the English guy and the camera crew.
But I think another thing that surprised me today, which I mean we've only done a 10-hour shift today only. I normally do a 12-hour shift. But it's different for me in that we have breaks, we get back to station. If we start and we get sent on standby, or post as it's called here, and we've been there for an hour, we can request to go back to station for a comfort break. But with these guys, it's out of the depot just after 9 o'clock, and they don't return until 7 o'clock at night. No breaks, no stand downs. You try and grab food when you can.
We definitely had downtime in between calls. But Mark was a little nervous when we sat down at the Vietnamese restaurant to eat, and he was worried, what if we get a call? And we said, well, then we'll pay and run.
Yeah.
And that was interesting to see the response to that. A lot of the little stuff, of how the systems work is coming out on day one, and day two starts early tomorrow, 7 o'clock in the morning. You do another 10 hours with a different driver, and quite possibly on a different car. We may not get Medic 99 again, but change is good.
Yeah.
And hopefully we keep learning a lot, get a good variety of calls tomorrow like we did today. And
we had a couple of jobs with the fire crews. They turned up first, so that's the first time I had to see that, where the fire brigade were there. Sorry, fire brigade, is that what? Fire department? Fire
crew,
department were there first,
brigade,
or we beat them on another one. And personally, to me, it just seems like our sort of rapid response system, in that they seem to get there just a few minutes before Justin and Medic 99, and not a whole lot of time to do much.
Yeah, it really is a four-man, $500,000 rapid response car.
Yeah.
But it can also go on fire calls.
Yeah.
When we're not using it. So
that's interesting. But it's going to be interesting to see when we're doing that on Thursday and Sunday. So I'll see what it's like on that side and see how similar it is to me being on the rapid response.
And also keep watching. We're going to get video of Mark putting on turnout gear, and we'll see if he can get it on in under a minute. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's Firehouse Day.
Yeah, and then they'll see the video of me getting it all off within a minute as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
you don't want to see that.
So
no, not at all.
Yeah, so
that's the
second day on the
end of day one.
End of day one
on the ambulance.
Yep, and it's going swimmingly.
Yeah. Finally got my hotel swapped after a whole lot of hassle. So I've now got really good wireless.
And we're now in the suite of his new room. There's not only the room, there's also this antechamber, this suite, and we're relaxing on the couch. And
so it's been a rough 2 days at the other hotel, but I'm glad we've moved now.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's going to be fine for the rest of the trip. Well, I've got loads and loads to talk about. I'm writing notes as we're going along, and I'm trying to keep it all together, because we can't fill too much in on these video blogs, because it takes so long and them so much memory, and I want to keep stuff for the posts for when we get finished. This is going to go on longer than the 2 weeks that we're here, because we're going to have so much to talk about when we finish. Yeah,
I don't think the blogs are going to get too much updated at all. We just don't seem to have time to get on the blogs and really look at a post. I don't even think I've read many other blogs. No. We talked about that earlier. Michael Morse is making a movie. I mean, I haven't had a chance to catch up on it. I can barely keep up on my tweets, and it's going to be a lot of catching up. But speaking of catching up, I think we need to turn in.
Yeah.
I'm going to head back over the bridge. You're going to put your spit sock on.
I'm going to try and the helmet was a bit rough in there.
The helmet was rough, but I think with the spit sock, it's a little softer.
Yeah.
I think that'll.
It's not as heavy.
Champion
rubs a little bit. But it'll stop us dribbling on the pillow.
Yeah, you won't dribble on the pillow at all.
So it's going to be good.
Yep. Tomorrow morning, 0700 at the yard.
So we'll see you tomorrow night.
All right.
Bye now.
Bye now.